Welcome. My name is Yuzid, and this is Imperator Rome introduction of the Marius update, and in particular for beginners. So, what we will cover quickly in this tutorial is how the game starts up, some quick do's and don'ts, and the next tutorial will cover basically some of the mechanisms and how they work. For now, just starting up a new game and getting yourself set up to go. So, new game. Here we see the world as it was in 304 BCE, our current date. And yeah, the civilized and uncivilized world. Political map, what we're looking at here. First thing to be looking at here is not civilization mode, maybe a little bit. Red means there's nothing at all. We're mainly going to be looking at the green areas. It's the government type as we're starting out. With 1.5, I was having some fun playing barbarians. I've tried that start a couple of times since the 2.0 update, and it's just not working for me yet. And I'm still a beginner, so it might work, but I expect from some of the comments that were in the forums yesterday, just after the new update was released, that there'll need to be some work done for the barbarians to make them playable in anything other than very hard. So for now, what we're going to do is just zoom in a little bit here. So here we have our settled tribes of barbarians overall. We have blue color. These are republics. So Aristic Republic, Monogathic Republic, and we have this sort of reddish brown, and these are all the monarchies. So the two government types that I expect to be playable, because they'll have a sufficiently high degree of civilization, will be republics and the monarchies. So, since Rome is in the name, let's just zoom in here and choose Rome as our starting point. A lot of information here. What would be interesting as you choose a country is what are your total populations and the breakdown of different populations. We'll go into that a little bit. Basically, nobles and citizens, the number of nobles and citizens are important because most of your technology increase comes from citizens, and nobles can accelerate that. And total population. Barbarian country I was looking at before. Here you see 3 citizens, 63 population, just quite a bit different. So that is actually something that could be helpful as you choose your first country. Back to Rome. So, Rome. Consul, co-council, those can be some different things. This is probably their, their political party. Already a summary of some of the diplomacy that they have. These are their subjects. But in any case, we're just going to click Start and open up the interface. So here's some text about the story and what you're looking at. These eyes here are go to location. If you swing off here and bring you back. Anyway, for the Republic. Okay, we are paused. We're not moving anything because right now all we want to do is to look at the interface. So we'll start up here across the top. We have our treasury and how we're doing, where it's coming from. We have our manpower. As he says down at the bottom here, manpower is to measure the number of available recruits. So this is important for how big of an army can we muster. Political influence. Basically, this is the amount of credits that you have for being able to affect diplomacy in different ways. Military experience. This is how you choose a particular track, what you want to emphasize. Stability. Okay, it's just nation's internal stability, 0 to 100. Everybody starts at 50. Here we have some values starting at 0, aggressive expansion. Okay, if you are attacking lots of countries, your aggressive expansion will go up, and that will affect how other countries look at you. War exhaustion. This is an internal measure. It comes from basically war taking too long, or, for example, starting a war without a casus belli. And tyranny, how cruel or oppressive have I been as a ruler? And this last one here, this differs depending upon the country type that you choose. We've chosen a republic, so we have support in the Senate as a measure. As a monarchy, it's legitimacy. And as a barbarian, it would be centralization and how that affects your further country growing. A couple more things across the side. Just score. Okay, how do I compare to the rest of the world? Ledger, message logs, and speeding up. We'll slow down our little timer here. Current date and the show menu. Now, these all also used to be up here across the top, sort of competing for space. Now they've moved it here. There's a macro builder, which becomes more important later for quickly doing different things rather than searching different places. I haven't used it that much, but I haven't been playing all that long. So now we're going to look at the main items and notice that each of these has a shift button. So starting out with F1, we have our nation overview. Main thing that we have here initially is filling in these ideas, and once we've filled in these ideals, we can get these extra passive bonuses. With F2, we go into our government. Okay, so here we have a layout of the government. The Senate, here the 3 political parties with each their different icons down below. Offices, this is the screen that you'll probably see more often as you play the game. Filling in different characters to fill in different roles. So there's the center, praetor, tribunus militum, so that looks like somebody military. No, prefectus militaris. Anyway, 8 different offices. F3, okay, our economy. Do a little bit here for adjusting different things for plus or minus with different options. Religion. The key thing with religion is we have 4 deities: war, economy, culture, and fertility. And they have, each deity has a passive and an omen advantage. So if we choose to activate this omen, then we'll have additional discipline in our armies. Or here, additional commerce income. Or here, our aggressive expansion will be lessened. Or here, more global food. But it's not just these 4. You can also choose to change your different gods, and they have here their different pluses and minuses. So again, select a new deity of war, a new deity of economy, a new deity of culture, and a new deity of fertility. Each has different advantages. Some might even have, yes, for example, Diana would also have a temple, and it's owned by Rome. Uh, Here, no temples, and here we have a temple uh, owned by Delphi. Okay, so that was F4 for religion. F5, culture. Okay, now here you get a listing of all the different cultures within your realm, and if you want to see where they're at, then you can click on here to show this culture. So here we see it's located in these two areas, the Hebrews. The Roman is here. Uh, Here you've got Italiantium, whatever. Um, what's integrated? Okay, so only the Roman is integrated, and the Roman can go to the highest civic role. You could also sort them by civic role, and it gives you some importance here. Also, the number of people in a population. So this does become important because it focuses on the population happiness. F6. Oops. F5. Yep. F6. So trade. There's not that much to see right here, except that I can say yes to all trades. That's what the way it is by default, or I can turn it off to specifically deny certain things. Here I can do some automation to automatically accept everything, but block surplus. Now, surplus, I'll show you that in a moment, but when you have a surplus of a particular resource in your capital, you get some national bonuses. So it might be that you want to block surpluses once you've got one. But if you're just willing to trade anything you can because you need more income, well, then you can undo this and will accept any trade offers, even if it means losing a national surplus. So, F7. Military. Okay, so again, we spoke here about military experience. As we gain military experience, we can go in and cover different things. Here in the background, there are some locks. So here are two choices that we can go from. Would be the Roman traditions or the Italic tribe traditions. The rest all look locked. Now, in the forums, it says that there are ways to open up other ones, but we're just talking about a starting point right now. You will have two traditions that you can start from. Nothing has been accepted. You have to first earn some experience, and then you can get started. So at the very start, there's really not that much. F8, mercenaries. Mercenaries previously were extremely expensive. Now they're just expensive. When I was first trying out Egypt, I was trying to work with mercenaries, and I basically ended up losing my shirt every time because they were just too expensive. It's going to take a new review as we go into how these work. The other thing I'm noticing here is that they're talking about here the number of cohorts, and cohorts used to always be 1,000 strong, and now they look to be 500 strong. Maybe that's only a mercenary thing, but that might be another change. We'll look at that later. Okay, that was F8. F9, diplomacy. Okay, we start out just showing ourselves and what our current situation is with subjects, truce, and that sort of things. If we just click on another country, comes into diplomacy, and here it shows no history of different things. We'll just look around a little bit more here. Um, oh, back into Rome again. Okay, so here we have a country. So basically, once you click on a country, you can always see what their current status is of different things. F10, technology. Okay, here we have some different technologies. It used to be that you just had a list of different things. Now you have to click on them. And again, um, a very low base cost, but we don't have any because it requires military officers. Major discovery. Okay, so where did that come from? Basic training. Okay, basic cost. See, I was doing so. Just again, sort of see here. Starting experience will cost 1, and I'm looking for that up here, and I don't see it. So, what is going down by 1? Okay. Okay, well this is something I would have liked to have, and the interface up here is what is my experience value. Oh, let's see, martial advances 2. Okay, let's just do one more. Does that go up to 3? Okay, no. Okay, well this is not satisfactory at the moment. It's not jumping out at me in terms of what can be done. So here is my monthly research. Okay, I'm not doing too bad per month. And efficiency is looking good. Oh, and here we have our number of innovations. What have we accumulated up until now? So this is what I've been spending from. Let's go back to this. Yes, total here. So we'll go down here. Basic cost 1 more. And yes, that went down. So we found it, but I would have liked to have seen it like other things, just up here. Okay, now Shift F1 shows our families. The main thing here is we want to see if the families are in balance. Here you can show my positions held, or power base, different sortings. Okay. Roman characters. Last but not least here is the mission. Now, the importance of missions, just getting into the game, gives you something to, objectives, something to work towards. And it gives you an idea as to how you could work on these different things. So plus and minus to zoom into different things. As you mouse over them, it gives you an idea as to where that area is. So my recommendation is not just look only at what's on top, but also to be looking down towards the bottom, because lower sometimes you need to have I would have preferred that. Okay, here we go. That moves it around a little bit here. I would have preferred when I was playing Egypt, I had about this level, and it said, yeah, I need to have a capital here. And the game had progressed in a certain way that I wasn't able to just change the capital of something. I had to go through a civil war first. So use this whole layout to plan ahead. Anyway, this brings us to the user interface. Remember, for the moment, only look at republics and monarchies as a starting point for sufficient civilization. That will become important as we start up in the next session. But I hope that this gives you a quick introduction into the basics of the user interface. We'll be back with a new one, and we'll start filling in the blanks and let our country go. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.